Using the method of completing the square, solve the equation 4x squared minus 4 root 3x plus 3 equals to 0. You have to leave the answer in solved form. So let me attempt to answer this question. Solution to this: copying the equation 4x squared minus 4 root 3x plus 3 equals to 0. Completing square method, what we do first is to make the coefficient of the square term unity, to make it 1. The coefficient of x squared is now 4, so I'll divide both sides or each and every term by 4 so that it is now 1. So dividing 4x squared by 4, we will have x squared, that is 1x squared. And dividing this term minus 4 root 3x divided by 4, 4 will cancel 4, I have minus root 3x left, and 3 divided by 4, I have 3 over 4 equals to 0. 0 divided by 4 is still 0. Next, I'll take this to the right hand side. This constant term 3 over 4, I'll take it to the right hand side, so there it changes to minus, so I have minus 3 over 4. Next is to add to both sides so that this left hand side is now a perfect square expression. So I'm going to find appropriate value to add so that the left hand side is now a perfect square expression. What we add is half the coefficient of x, but you square it. Half of this coefficient, you square it. That is what gives you what you are going to add to both sides. So the coefficient of x is root 3. Half of it will now be root 3 over 2. If I square the result, it will be root 3 squared 2 squared, so that will be 3 over 4. So I'm going to add 3 over 4 to both sides. So adding 3 over 4 to the left hand side, adding 3 over 4 also to the right hand side. Now the left hand side will now be a perfect square expression. So if this is a perfect square expression, I can now write it in this form: something raised to the power of 2, and minus 3 over 4 plus 3 over 4, the answer will simply be 0. Minus plus, just like minus 2 plus 2, the answer will be 0. And this, I said, is a perfect square expression. I can write it something raised to the power of 2, and what I have is x minus that half the coefficient of x is root 3 over 2. So if I continue, I'll now take square root of both sides. So taking square root of the left hand side, the square root will cancel the power 2. So I have only x minus root 3 over 2, I beg your pardon, and square root of 0 is still 0. Then I'll take this to the right hand side. There I have x to be equals to root 3 all over 2. So minus, if it crosses this, it becomes positive. Quadratic equation supposed to have 2 roots always, but this has only 1, so that is why we have to write it twice. So x equals to root 3 all over 2 twice. This is the roots of this quadratic equation. So let's see the mark distribution of this according to the Waec official marking scheme. And the first mark is M mark for making the coefficient of x squared unity. So you have method mark. The next method mark is for adding a constant value that make the left hand side a perfect square expression. So it is 3 over 4 we have added. So you have method mark for determining that and adding that constant. The next method mark is for squaring the left hand side, or taking square or writing it in form of a bracket raised to the power of 2. You have the method mark. And the final mark is the accuracy mark, where you obtain your roots as 3 over 2, root 3 over 2 accurately. So you have the accuracy mark. So in total there are 4 marks to this very question.